What is going on, YouTube? It's Stricken here. Got another battle here against Vega. Really good friend of mine. Me and him battle almost every day, it seems. But yeah, I've got a lot of battles I need to catch up on. So I'm just gonna narrate them and post them. Maybe start doing some sick intros after this next couple of battles. Got a few battles coming up with some pretty sweet people who are really good. Anyway, let's get started. I lead off with my bullet punching Scizor, Oakberry. Allows me to take some fire hits pretty nicely, and a Swords Dance on the first turn, and I think a Swords Dance again. Yep. And this is where I wish I had the Life Orb version, because that thing lives, I think, with a smidge of HP. No, it's all good. He roars me over to Salamence, and he's already seen the Salamence, so he knows it's a mixed mets, so I can't really do much to it. And he knew that the Draco Meteor was coming. I probably could have predicted that, but I didn't want to take the chance of letting his Coon live and possibly roar me off again or some junk like that. And I break it simply for residual damage, so because I want to see what the things he's planning on doing before I switch out. And I'm gonna go over my Gengar. He's pretty resistant to its body slam. So my Gengar's sitting here trying to decide what to do, and I think I end up switching back and going over to Salamence, because I knew he was either gonna U-turn or withdraw and go to something that can resist Gengar. And my Salamence is pretty sweet, and he goes over to his Elion, and I break right here. I'm having some terrible prediction problems these days, it seems. And I roost as he goes over to his Blissey, and I've seen that Blissey carries Ice Beam and Toxic Aphrodite. I think it's what it usually does now. And I go back over to Cat Rapist because he's a beast like that, and I can take Ice Beam or Toxic, whichever one he throws at me. And I think a Swords Dance once, and I'm gonna see how much damage I can do to bulky Salamence, I think is what it is. I think a Swords Dance one more time, I believe. No, a Bullet Punch. The +1 Bullet Punch did a decent bit of damage. If I'd gone another plus, I probably could have KO'd it right here. But it's all good. It probably would have been a 2-hit KO if I had been Orb, so I might switch over to Swords Dance Orb version. And I do Swords Dance once, and I Bullet Punch on the following turn because my Cat Rapist is a beast like that, and he can take a lot of hits really well because he's bulky. But Saint Seiya actually gave him his Pokemon a few weeks back. It's pretty sweet. And he goes back over to Coon. And I don't know what I was thinking. I think I Bullet Punch again, expecting to kill it this turn, because I knew that Coon outsped me, because Coon has like base 100 and this guy's got like shatty defense. And I think Bullet Punch does end up KOing it. Yep, took out Coon, which is sweet because one of Vega's best Pokemon seems to be his Coon. And he outspeeds me because he invested some into his speed EVs. It's bulky and speedy, but it's all good. And I go over to my Mixape, who's pretty much a beast, to be honest. I like Mixape. And this is where I wish I had HP Ice, because I nasty plotted, and I think I outspeed his Salamence because that's a bulky mess. And if I had simply had a HP Ice over my Grass Knot, I probably could have KO'd that. And a Flamethrower, because I figured +2, I need to get things as weak as possible, so it's KO'able by something that would normally not fully KO it. And I go over to this guy, and I break expecting the Blissey switch, which was terrible, and he Dragon Dances. And I was I knew this was going to be some trouble, because the set he has on his Salamence is pretty beast. It's really bulky, and it does some good sweeping after a couple Dragon Dances at the same time. Magmats is pretty elite, and Vega uses it really well. And I Calm Mind once, and I wish I had Ice Beam right here, because I probably could have KO'd that thing after a Calm Mind. Maybe 2 Calm Minds would have allowed me to one-hit KO with the Ice Beam. And I ended up having to roar it off because I've only got Surf. And I'm +1, so I know I can live a Gengar Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Surf because +1 Surf is gonna be pretty beast, and I think it might actually one-hit KO that Gengar. No, it doesn't. This Gengar is elite like that. Gengar, and he Giga Drains, which is surprising. I think he does it for recovery with the orb, which is a little funny because he lost almost as much damage as he gave me. And I go over to my Blissey, and he switches out and goes over to his Blissey. At the same time as I switch over to my Gengar. And he knows that a lot of Gengars these days pack Explosion just for Blissey, so he's gonna switch over and goes over to his Gengar. And I Psychic. Now, I know Psychic looks like novice move for Gengar, but this Gengar was made for a friend who was really weak to fighting types like Mix-Ape and crap, and I wanted to give him something that could one-hit KO it. And he's got Pursuit on his Scizor, which I've seen in Seamus's battle with Vega, and game's pretty much over here. And I think I Flamethrow. Yeah, a Flamethrow because he misclicked. He dropped a cookie on his DS that was in his lap, he said, and he accidentally clicked Swords Dance. And my Mix Mitts knocked him down to 3 Pokemon. I'm not gonna be able to KO anything, and I probably should have went ahead and predicted and roosted right here, but I figured he would just Dragon Claw regardless, so I went ahead and used Draco, trying to make it a 2-0. But he switched or whatever to his Jirachi, and I ended up KOing myself. And I think all I have left is my Blissey. Yes, all I have left is Blissey, and he's only got Toxic, and it's not going to KO that Jirachi because Jirachi's a beast. And I can't remember exactly what he goes to. He goes over to his Aphrodite, and I Seismic Toss. And he probably expected a Toxic or something, and Bliss versus Bliss, his Bliss will probably win because he's got Toxic. And I just went ahead and ran. Good game, Vega. Battle again sometime, dude. Peace.